I'm going to be talking about the best tip that I've found that helps improve the quality of your photos. So I'm not going to really just beat around the bush. I'm just going to give you exactly what it is, and then I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. And that's using the adjustment brush inside of Lightroom. So if you're doing pictures, if you want to take it serious and actually have really good pictures, always be working out of Lightroom. Lightroom is 10 times better. You can use presets, you can download LUTs, and you just have so much like flexibility with the sliders and everything. And it gives you just such an easy layout, and it just gives you all the tools you really need. So if you're editing in Photoshop, I really recommend getting Lightroom. Lightroom is definitely 100% the best thing to do for pictures. So today, here's some pictures we're going to be editing, and I'm just going to show you exactly what I mean about the adjustment brush. And we're going to be using the adjustment brush to create these easy little improvements to your pictures that are really small, but at the end of the day, it just creates that little bit of a difference between a normal picture that's good and maybe an amazing picture that's great. So right here, this is a final product of a picture that I've edited, some product shots for the business that I made. So let's just go here. I'm going to copy this just in case, and I'm going to reset it, and I'm just going to edit this exactly from scratch. So right here is the raw photo. If you guys want to find out the best camera settings for getting this, shooting flat is always going to be better because you have more room to work with the color. Right here you can see it's mostly gray. Okay, so I'm just going to take you through my usual method of how I would go about editing a picture like this. So the very first thing I'm going to do is come over here to my presets and just apply one of these pre-made LUTs that I've already made. If you guys want to get these, maybe I'll give them out for free, or maybe I'll put them out for like $5 or something in a big pack. I've been thinking about doing that, but I've got some really cool Lightroom LUTs that I made. So this preset's called Beyond the Pines, so leave a comment below if you're interested in that. If you want to download that, then maybe I could bring that into fruition. But anyways, so this is what it does. It just automatically does a preset for all these little sliders, and it gives it this nice, cool, textured, grainy look. So that in itself is what I would usually do to a picture. I would just change my sliders, or maybe put a preset on, and then just from that I wouldn't change anything. But there's something that you can do that is going to make it a lot better, and that's the adjustment brush. So I'm going to show you exactly how to do this. The first thing that you need to do, go over here and just click adjustment brush, or you can click the letter K on your keyboard. It's going to bring up this little brush thing. So if you click the brackets, you can make this. So if you click the brackets on your keyboard, you can make this bigger or smaller. So I'm just going to keep it about that size. And what you can do is it's going to create a mask, and you can choose an effect to do. So the thing that I do on every single one of my pictures to make it better is I always do a little bit of clarity, and I usually have my clarity pretty high just because it gives it that HD feel. So this clarity is on 100. But for some other pictures, I might bump down the clarity. It just depends on what you're working with. But for this, I'm going to keep it on 100, and I'm also going to clarity brush it. So I have my brush, I have it on clarity, and I'm just going to draw over that. And you can see it just gives it a little bit of a boost. And I'm actually going to do that to the entire hat because I want the hat to be the thing that catches your eye first. Like that. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to clarity out some of this money like that. Make it nice and clear. Easy like that. So that is already a little bit better, just more clear and more sharp. What I'm going to do is I'm going to, so before I go on, I just want to tell you exactly how to do this because there was some confusion when I was first starting out. So if you click the brush, you're going to see this little thing. This is the clarity brush that I just did. And if you go like that, it's going to show you everywhere you just drew. So if you want to do a new brush, every single time that you're doing it, you have to click off and then select the brush again, and that's going to create a new mask. So make sure that you're doing that, or you're just going to be changing the one that you originally had. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to add some softened skin. And you might be wondering why I'm doing softened skin on a hat, but it just covers up those parts of maybe like the lint or any kind of like dust that I want to get rid of, and that's pretty good. That kind of covers it up like that. I'm going to do that. And that goes the same for people's skin. If it's too clarity and you want to kind of soften it up, that works really well. But for this hat, we're going to just do that. And now I'm going to do another adjustment brush. So click off of your softened skin and then click the adjustment brush again. And we're going to go to exposure. And I'm just going to make the money a little bit brighter. Like that. And that looks pretty cool. You kind of get the point of what you're trying to display there. Another little tip is for this LUT, I use in-camera calibration. So I'm changing the colors basically in this setting. And if I do that, if I just try and change this is kind of a little bit orange. If I bump that up a little bit, you can see. So if I want to make this, if I want to make the money more green, instead of adding a tint to the entire picture, I can just add a tint to the exposure that I just did. So I haven't clicked off this adjustment brush, and all I have to do is just bring that tint up a little bit, and you can see that the money is going to get more green, and then the opposite, if you go like that, it's going to get more magenta-ish. So dark green, like that. So I'm just going to keep it kind of like in the middle where you can still see the highlights. So here's another example of where this adjustment brush can be very useful, and this is on people, especially tattoos, using the contrast brush. But this is just the raw image of what I took, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to apply one of my presets. I'm going to apply my Hollywood preset that I've created right there, and that's just going to make this picture 10 times better. And then just to add that little bit of just to make it a tiny bit better, I'm just going to go to clarity. I'm just going to clarity everything that I want to be really sharp and very shiny, to be outputting, and you can see that it just makes it a lot better. It makes the skin tones look a lot better. So I'll show you without the clarity. I'm gonna delete this, and then I'll show you with the clarity. So as you can see, it's just those little highlights, those little things that make it a lot better. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Leave a like, comment, subscribe if you're new here. I've got a lot more videos like this, editing tutorials, film stuff, anything that you really need to become better at anything to do with the camera. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later.